Alright, so good afternoon, dear traders. Winston here, aka Mr. Mayor Forex Trading. Alright, so what we're going to do today is quickly we're going to run through. We're trading the core CPI. I'm in a couple of trades here already, and they're all doing very well. We've got the core CPI coming on now at 2:30, so which means it is in 14 minutes from now. We'll trade this, and I'm sure that we're going to see some market movement coming from the core CPI. And we'll have to see how it goes. And yeah, so closer to the time, I'm going to put some music on now. Closer to the time, we will see what the markets does, and then I'll give my take and my opinion on what I think the markets will do. All right, but for now, enjoy some music, and I will see you guys in 13 minutes. Laka laka. So ladies and gents, let's have a look. Let's have a look-see. Let's have a look-see what is happening. Let's have a look-see. Okay, so it's like 20 seconds left. Already I see some downward movement on this gold, expecting the news. I can already see some movement on the gold. Let's see what happens. What these numbers are going to be like. 2, 1. Alright, let's go. Okay, so let's see. You can see it's going to be jumping around. It really jumped there a little bit. Oh, lower. Oh, well, I was expecting a bit lower. Okay, so the core CPI remains the same. No difference there. This is a CPI year on year that is lower by 0.1 lower. So it's not a very significant. It's not, it's not very bad. Yeah. Okay. So the numbers are quite nice. It's not different, so nothing has changed, nothing is different. It's all just the same. It remains the same. It's just that one with a 0.1 lower, but that's to be expected with all the movement in the market, and especially the USD doing so bad. It's actually this last month that the US dollar has just been throwing out, since the job numbers came out, that we have just been it's just been thrown upside down. Man, oh man, oh man. Alright, I just want to have a look what else is coming out. I've got the Aussie, but I don't trade the Aussie. The Chinese yuan, the yen, Japanese yen. This is the Chinese yuan, for those of you wondering. That is the Japanese yen. The two are very almost similar, yuan and yen, but it's not the same. Alright, so we got the pound, because I do have a pound. I've got the GDP. Okay, so that's the growth, overall growth of the pound. And they forecast, the last previous was a 0.4% up, and they forecast, a 0.0. So let's see what happens. That's tomorrow at 8 o'clock. I will be live at 8 o'clock tomorrow anyways, because I go live every morning at 8 o'clock, Monday to Friday, unless there's days that I'm working. Okay, so this is still Thursday. What's happening Thursday? Okay, so retail sales is next on the list. This will be at 2:30 tomorrow afternoon as well. So I will do the same. I'll be live at 8 o'clock in the morning, and I'll be live at 2 o'clock, roundabout between 2 and 2:15. I'll be live again tomorrow afternoon as well, South African time, for those of you wondering. So we can trade that. This is the unemployment claim. So we have seen significant numbers. The unemployment claims coming out higher than expected with the previous. So we'll see what that one does. But that's tomorrow, Friday. Aussie pound. We've got the retail sales as well on the pound, and that's that for that. So tomorrow 8 o'clock, and then 2:30 again. Thank you so very much. Nice. Alright, ladies and gents, so with that news that came out, you can see that we've got a significant drop on the gold there. Sure, I'd like to see what's going to happen. On the long run, you'll see some volume going into the market now. While I'm still in, my take profit on the gold is there. That's set at $109. So it doesn't matter what happens or what doesn't happen. I am going to be in, I've got $100 in the bag there. So that doesn't matter at all. I've got $100 in the bag. My pound USD is also still doing good. I've moved my profit to, my take profit to there, or my stop loss into profit now, so I'm doing a trailing stop. Is at $22. What I'm waiting for, it did break this previous high over there. That is the recent swing high. One was there that broke it, so that is the recent swing high. Now, as per my trading style that I trade, usually I wait for a break, a retest, and a second run before I jump into the trade. But this one I jumped in earlier. I jumped in there, of course, much earlier because of this support over here. I do see that there is a break or a market jump, a gap, a major gap over there, a big gap, so which told me that this is a very strong support, because that when you see a break in the market like that, that is where institutional traders and hedge fund managers and all that, where big money comes into the market. That's when that happens. So you know that there is buyers here. So this to me was a very strong support. That is why I jumped into this trade earlier. I didn't wait for the break of structure and all those other things that I like to do. I jumped in earlier, I jumped the gun. But remember, I've got very small lots. I trade with small lots so that I have room to put my stop loss I put my stop loss very wide, because that kills majority of the traders as well. The people that trade is having too tight stops. If your stops are too tight, number one, that is a killer, because then you put your stops in zones where institutional traders and hedge fund managers know where to go and take your money. I have a previous video also, go through my gallery. I have a video where I explained those areas where you must put your stop. Don't put your stop where at the obvious place. Don't put your stop loss at the obvious places, because believe you me, as long as you know that that is a place to put your stop, bank managers and those big guys are also going to know where your stop is. You have to move your stop further away and put it at a place where you don't think a lot of people will put their stops. Wide stops. Small lots, wide stops, because tight stops will kill you. And the reason why people put tight stops is because their lot sizes are too big. They are trading too big on their account. They're taking too big a risk on their account. And that will be your demise. I can tell you it now, it will be your demise. Learn that from a very, very early start. As you're doing your trading, from a very early start, you must learn that. It doesn't matter what you think, you have to trade small lots. Risk at a maximum 1% of your account. At a maximum 1% of your account. Do not go and risk 10% or 20% of your account and think you're going to make money. You are just going to cry, and you are going to lose hope, and you are going to definitely blow your account. I can't state this enough. I've been trading for years now, and I can promise you that you might think that it's a good trade, it's a good setup, everything works in your favor, and then it comes down and takes your stop, or it goes and it takes your stop, and then it moves in the direction that you thought it was going to move in the first place. Please guys, give yourself breathing room. Give yourself room when you trade. Systematic wealth. Slowly but surely. That's how you win the trading game. Alright, I say that every video, just to not to demotivate you, but to motivate you to trade the right way, to trade correctly. Anyways, I want to have a look quickly at the Euro USD. This one bugged me a little bit. This one really stumped me out for account. I was definitely hoping that it would come and fill this gap here a bit more. It did a shallow. It did fill it shallowly, so it's a very shallow gap. It filled it very shallowly. Shallowly. Well, it didn't come down all the way as I predicted. So I had a pre-order in here. I think my order was there at that line over there, somewhere around there. It didn't come down. It didn't take me in the profit. So I took my pre-order out. Now I'm gonna start heading towards looking what is happening in the market. Why is this happening? I need to find out why it didn't come to fill this gap. Now how I do that is I want to have a view, a better view of why or what is happening in the market. The only way you can do that is go to your time frames and start at the daily. Reverse. Go out. Go all the way out, and then have a look. Have a look and see what is the market doing. Why did it not fill that gap? And I did this earlier off live stream, and that's what I did. So I'm just doing it now again, so I can show you what I do when I am confused, or when I'm stumped out, or when I can't understand why something is happening that's not supposed to be happening. Then I reverse out and I forget about everything that I think I know, and I start from scratch. I start from the top. Go out, go to the daily, and then I start. Then I start again from scratch. Alright, so now I can see that we have got a flag pattern going here. A flag pattern. So if it comes to patterns, I don't usually trade patterns. Patterns is just a guide. But I do see a pattern over here, and that is a flag pattern. So, which tells me this is why price action is doing what it's doing and pushing through, because it is breaking through this pattern. But there's something else also that I didn't notice actually, that now that I'm on the daily, now I can actually see what's going on. So I'm going to work with this line over here, this green line. Where is my recent swing high? Now, you know, you can only count a swing high as a swing high if the low breaks the previous low. So there's a previous low. Of course, it is lower than that. So that is the previous low over there. Right over there. That's your previous low. That's a high. So you're waiting for it to break the previous low. So there you go down, didn't break it. So this is not a swing low. And so this is still your swing high and your swing low. There it comes up, and that one breaks that previous low. So my swing high is this one over here. This one right over there. Right over there. Alright, so considering this is my swing low. There's a high there, there's a high there, but it's not a high unless the low of that move goes past that swing low. Then you can consider that a new high or a new high. Okay, so that's still not, it didn't break that one there, because there's my low over here. I'm just going to use this red one so I can explain to you guys properly. I'm just going to use this for 2 seconds. Mind if I borrow that? Thank you so very much. Alright, so that is my, I'm just going to move this one far out the way so we don't get confused. Let me just take it away. I can always put it back. So that is my swing high, and that is my swing low. Right over there. Let me just take you away as well, please, so we just got 2 to work with. So not confused. Alrighty then. I'm just going to take all these away so I can explain to you why. And I missed it because I haven't gone out to the daily time frame in a long time. So I missed it. I really missed it. You should go out to your daily every now and then, just so you can have a proper look at what is happening. Okay, so now I know that's my recent swing high, and that's my recent swing low. This is not a high, can't be considered as a swing high, because the low, this number one, it didn't break that swing high over there. Nope, it didn't. That one broke it, but came right back down, so it didn't do a second run. How it works with this is, with my trading strategy, as soon as that recent swing high is broken, I wait for a retest and a second run. There must be a second run on that. There must be a second run. Otherwise, it is considered a fake out. Alright, so there, nothing here. Price came, broke through, came back down. Broke through, came back down, but didn't do a second run. Came back in there. So this was just a fake out. So would not trade there. Here, price came, price broke through, came back for a retest, and now is doing the second run. So which to me confirms that it broke this. See there, came back for a retest, and now it's doing the second run, and that second run is higher than the initial breakthrough candle. Remember, this is your swing low. Where is it? Over there. That is your recent swing low. These aren't swing low. Your recent swing high. These aren't swing highs. They didn't break it. Okay, so there it broke that recent swing high, came back for a retest, and now it's doing a second run. And see, that is why the market is going up, and it didn't come all the way down here to fill my gap, because my gap was, or my pre-order was around about there. That's why it didn't come all the way down, because it is respecting this previous swing high. Broke through, came down, but you see, if I have been out in the daily time frame, I would have caught this, and I would have known, okay, Winston, don't waste your time with putting a pre-order in there, because it's only going to respect. If it didn't respect it, then we would have had a problem, because then it would have come down a bit further. So thank goodness for that. So now we see we are sitting with a new high. It broke that swing, the previous swing high. It broke it there. Came back for a retest. So now we've got a previous high over there, and this is your previous swing low. So now we've got this one as your previous swing low. I must actually just swap these two around, because I'm now busy going up. We're looking for buys now. This is your previous swing low. Now I'm waiting for price. Price did break that. This is the second run. So where I will put my buy order in now, and because I'm on the daily, I'm going to put it in on the daily, because it did break through. I'm going to come way back down on my lot sizes. Way back down, because I'm going to be now on the daily time frame. So what I need to do is I'm going to put it on 3. I'm going to put a pre-order right on the tippity top of that one. I can go closer actually now. Let me just go a bit closer so I can show you. So at the very tip at the top now, I've got a pre-order in there. Let us just adjust our stop loss. I just want to put a stop loss in there as well. Take it all the way down. Modify. Where I will put my stop loss is below this. Give yourself some room. Give yourself some room. Actually, I could have actually just upped my lot size a little bit to, it's now on 3. I don't have my calculator with me now to work it out exactly. Okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this one away quickly, and I'm just going to up my lot size to, let's say 5. Let's put a pre-order in there on the tip of the top. Let's put a stop loss. Modify, give me that stop loss over there. So where do I put my stop loss? Right below all this. Okay, that's a 72. So it's not too bad. That's a bit better. So now I've got this in there. So what I'm looking for now is for price to come back down, put me in the trade. It should not go below this over there, because I do see there's a bit of a support over there. It was a resistance, so this should be support. It shouldn't go lower than that, but I'm giving myself room to breathe. Don't put your stop loss below there. Don't do that. Breathe. Okay, so let's see if price comes down. So now I know what's going on. Now I can go back down to my 6-hour time frame, and let's see on the 6 hours what is happening. It's coming back for the retest. Okay, so it should pick me up, because there's my buy order in there. It should pick me up and put me in the order in the Euro USD. This one also, I'm going to explain this now, Euro Yen, but I'm also in at the moment. So Euro USD. Okay, so let's see if it comes back down and picks me up there for that buy. It has to come all the way back down again. I see volume is quite nice and big over here. Nice volume. Let's see if it picks me up, because it did break that high there. That's that one there. It did break it. Should come back for a retest to over here, but I'm already in the trade. Well, it should pick me up and put me in the trade now. Okay, let's go and have a look at this Euro Yen quickly. I'm in the Euro Yen. Yes, I know it didn't break through my whole the way that I trade, but because I've been trading for years now, I can pick up on things, and because I work with small lots, I can take chances every now and then. Not to say you should, but I do that every now and then. I do take a little bit of a chance every year and there. Let's go back to the Euro Yen. Let's go back to the daily quickly, and then I'm going to explain to you the reason why I jumped into this trade so early. There's my stop way down there and below at the bottom, and I will do a trailing stop, and I will tell you guys exactly why I jumped into this trade. So this is the daily time frame. As you guys can see, we were in a very nice steady uptrend, and it's been going up for a while. So Euro Yen has got the tendency to be in an upstream, in a buying position. So what I saw here is a very solid support, like with the pound USD. This solid support, there is a solid support right over here as well, which I did not see because I was too focused on the 6-hour time frame. I neglected to go back and to have an overall view. Sometimes you get tunnel vision and you focus on something just in front of you, and then you lose track of what's happening in the surrounding. You need to look at your surroundings, and you need to look at the wider angle. So every now and then I like to go out to the daily time frame so I can just get a more visualize and just hone in again on where I am in the markets, or where the markets are. You have to do that every now and then. Just zoom out and get a fresh set of eyes and a fresh idea of where you are and what's happening in the market. Because on the daily time frame, you get enough of that to tell you exactly what's happening in the market. I just want to put that stop loss way down there. What's that at? I think my thing was a bit too on the high side. Okay. Let's have a look quickly. Let's have a look, see. What I can see from here is this is a very solid support over here. And that is also the reason why I decided to jump in now into the market. It's a bit earlier, but I decided to jump in now because my opinion from trading for a while now is that price action is going to go to the upside, especially if it breaks through this level of resistance over here. This is the only resistance I can see that's basically probably going to hinder us from going further up, but that's just a wild guess. That's just a wild guess, and it's not it's not based on any evidence or on any of my trading strategies based on anything. This is just a wild guess, and I hope it works into my favor. I hope it does work into my favor, because that will absolutely be epic if that does work in my favor, because then it will mean that I'm the best trader in the world, and everyone shall follow me, and everyone shall subscribe and think that I am the trading guru. No, wait, there is a guy called Trading Guru. Sorry. No disrespect to you, dude. Think that I am the trading genie. I don't think there's a trading genie, but yeah. Anyways, let's have a look. So that's the reason why I decided to jump in now. It's a bit of a risk, but my intuition or my years of trading tells me that we should see market going up from here. But that's just my opinion. Don't take my word. I can't give you any confluences why. It's just I think I'm going to take that chance. Anyways, so that's on a daily basis. Let's go back down to the 6 hours. I like to trade 6 hours when it comes to Forex. Forex base, I trade on the 6 hour time frame, gold and metals and silver and copper. I trade on the half hour, on the 30-minute time frame. Alright, so let's hope that this thing works out properly for me. I do see that we have broken through a bit of the structure, so let's hope so. But I can't tell you exactly why. There's no reason why I jumped in. I just jumped in because sometimes I think it's the right thing to do. But please, don't trade the way. Don't do things like that. So the US yen, I'm just waiting for the US to break through this bit of resistance over here. Once I start seeing some positive movements on the US dollar, then I would definitely be jumping in. But this is all the loans now. You know, people lending money from the yen, because the yen has got very low rates and so forth. So when you borrow money, when you borrow yen currency, there's less money that you have to pay back, because their rates are very low. That's why the yen picked up some speed here. The dollar lost against the yen because people were lending some yen. But that might come to an end, especially if rate cuts is on the horizon for the US. And things are going good for the US dollar. Actually, if you look at it from a perspective of trading, we might still see some rate cuts coming up, and we should see the inflation cooling down, and that's good. Inflation cooling, rates cooling, that leaves more opportunity for growth in the US dollar as well. So we'll see what happens with the US dollar. It might pick up some speed. The numbers that came out today was a bit disappointing. You know, I was hoping that, you know, maybe there's a Michael Jordan that just whooshed it through the net, and then, you know, we have like a 2.1 up on the, but it didn't happen on the call. Well, we can still dream and think. Anyways, let's go to the gold quickly. I do see the gold is pushing to the upside. The numbers that came out, it wasn't too bad. You know, it wasn't a big difference, so we won't see a lot of spiky on the market. But what I need to see now is a little bit of a push through this little resistance over here. That would be quite nice, because then if I do see a high forming that breaks this line, then I will definitely move my stop loss from there to the previous swing low, which is there, and that would definitely bring us up to $151 in the bank. At this stage, we are at, I think, 109. 114. Anyways, I'm gonna leave you guys. I'm gonna let you guys go, because I do see that the gold is just playing hokey pokey there. I can see it. Hokey pokey, hokey pokey, pokey pokey. It needs to stop playing hokey pokey and just break through now. But that's mine. Remember, ladies and gents, I will see you guys tomorrow morning at 8 a.m. sharp. And then we'll see what the pound does. I think it's the CPI for the pound. And yeah, and then I will see where our trades are and explain further what I'm going to do from there. Have a good trading day, and I will also see if I have jumped into this market here, because it does look like it is pushing to the upside. What I want to see from this is push to the upside to about there, and then come back, pick me up, and then push further up. That's what I'm hoping for. If it puts me in the market here earlier, it didn't come all the way down to put me in the market yet, but if it does, I'm hoping for just a further push to the upside, and then a push to the down, and then up to the upside. But that's just my thinking on it, and that's just my idea of trading. That's the way I trade. From my side, was a good year. Have a good one. I shall see you guys tomorrow 8 a.m. sharp. Cheers.